Major hull breach. Critical systems failure. Life support systems offline. Oxygen levels dropping rapidly. Please move at the nearest.
And I can't believe we just put the biggest crack in that glass ceiling yet. Thanks to you and to everyone who's fought so hard to make this possible. This is really your victory. This is really your night.
في الحقيقة أنني لا أعلم عن ماذا تحدث هيلاري كلينتون هنا في حملتها الانتخابية. أننا أحدثنا شرخا أو صدعا في ذلك السقف الزجاجي. عن أي سقف زجاجي تتحدث؟ طبعا من يعرف الحقيقة ويعلم نواياهم أنهم يريدون اختراق قبة السماء أو السقف المحفوظ أو السماء فوقنا. وكان طبعا هتلر والنازيين هم أول من عرف أسرار أنتاركتيكا، وكانت لديهم قواعد عسكرية في تلك المنطقة الثلجية أبان الحرب العالمية طبعا. وفي عام 1947 العملية الحربية اللي هاي جمب الوثب العالي كانت القضاء على هتلر والألمان في أنتاركتيكا. طبعا بعد نهاية الحرب العالمية الثانية تم استكشاف أنتاركتيكا من قبل دول التحالف، والعملية الوثب العالي أصبحت أيضا لاستكشاف الأسرار في هذه القارة القطبية، يعني ليست فقط لمحاربة أو تدمير قواعد الألمان، بل أيضا فيما بعد لاستكشاف هذه المنطقة. ولماذا هتلر كان مهتم بهذه المنطقة وبأسرار هذه القارة القطبية؟ نتابع معا.
I mean, think about it. It's the only treaty that's all these countries have signed and never broken and completely agreed on. It's the only one. And, what treaty is there that everybody's agreed on? We're being kept away from it for a reason. They have some scientific bases there, and literally it's controlled by the military. If you try and go there by yourself, you will be sort of picked up and escorted back. There was a guy called Jarls Anderhoy who tried to take a mission to the Antarctica, and he was picked up and taken back by the military. It's a good reason, because they don't want you finding out what's beyond. Admiral Byrd he actually did four expeditions. And most of them were military expeditions with huge military groups, thousands of people, planes, boats, the works. And yes, he confirms in an interview that he discovered a continent as big as the continental United States out there, that was with warm water lakes and mountains and everything, that was completely uninhabited. And he described it as the other side of the South Pole to Middle America. So on the globe, that means it would be somewhere in the Indian Ocean. There's a huge continent that nobody knows about.
Our very distinguished guest for this evening is Admiral Richard E. Byrd.
Is there any unexplored land left on this earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole, on the other side of the South Pole, from Middle America. An area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. On the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. From Middle America. From Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that.
نشاهد هذه الخرائط تظهر بعض الأراضي بعد أنتاركتيكا في خريطة أرض مسطحة، وهذه الخريطة اليابانية أيضا تظهر أراضي عديدة.
The other thing is, after Admiral Byrd came back after his last expedition, Antarctica was sealed off, and both America and the Russians started firing nuclear missiles straight up. Now, in America, that was called Operation Fishbowl, and it came under something called Project Dominic. Well, Fishbowl makes sense because it seems like Admiral Byrd found the edge of the dome, okay, while he was out there, and as soon as he left there, they started firing missiles straight up, I believe, to try and test how far that dome went. If you look at the footage of these explosions, what you'll see is an explosion. Well, when a bomb goes off in mid-air, it's a fireball. It expands in all directions and mostly up, okay? Now, if you look at these explosions on Operation Fishbowl, they explode outwards in a ring, which means it's exploding against something because it can't rise with the heat. So it's exploding against something and exploding outwards, okay? And the middle of the explosion, you'll see it glows, hot, and then it cools over time. So it looks to me like they were exploding against a dome.
طبعا هذه اللقطة التي نشاهدها هنا تفجير حقيقي لعملية حوض السمك فيشبول، وسبحان الله نرى كأن تظهر كلمة لله هنا في انفجار عندما ضربوا الصواريخ في السماء، وسبحان الله وكأنها تقول هذه ملكية لله سبحانه وتعالى. فمهما حاولوا، والله سبحانه وتعالى تحدى حتى الإنس والجن أن ينفذوا من أقطار هذه السماوات أو الأرض، فلن ينفذوا ولن يستطيعوا ذلك. طبعا وحديث هيلاري كلينتون أحدثنا شرخا، وهذا الكلام طبعا أنهم يحلمون أحلام أتباع الشيطان وإبليس الذي يوهمهم أنهم يستطيعون النفاذ أو اختراق السماء فوقنا. نتمنى من الجميع مشاهدة سلسلة الأرض المسطحة التي تحتوي على هذه المعلومات المهمة.
The chap called Rob Skiba, who discovered that the Project Dominic, the word Dominic means of the Lord, fishbowl of the Lord. So I believe they clearly know that we're in an enclosed system, and Admiral Byrd found the edge, and they've tested to see how far it goes up.
طبعا كما نشاهد في هذه الصورة الحضارات القديمة المايان، الإيجيبشن، الشاينيز، هندو جميع كانوا يعلمون أن يعيش في أرض فوقها السماء، وهي كشكل القبة تقريبا يعني، أو كسقف أرض بناء فوقها سقف للأرض.